Alrighty, so today we are going to be installing the KFI 54-inch ATV plow on my new Yamaha Grizzly 700. It's a 2014, and it looks like we picked the perfect day to do so. It just, the kit came in the mail, and it looks like we've got about 5 inches of snow on this lovely mid-November day here in Michigan. So we'll go ahead and open up these boxes and see what we got. Alright, so in the 3 boxes, in the smaller box we have the mount plate, which is going to go on the bottom of the quad, and that's going to be what our plow mounts to, right there. It comes with the hardware, which is these U-bolts, which is going to mount the plate to the frame. On the next box, we've got the pull tubes, which come pretty much assembled as far as the head goes and the pivots. There's a box of hardware, probably these springs. And then in the 3rd box, we've got the plow itself and a box containing some more hardware. So we're gonna go ahead and get the front end of the quad jacked up, and then we'll start installing the mount plate. So I've gone ahead and removed this cover off the bottom of the quad. There's 4 bolts that hold it in. You may or may not have one of these, depending on if it's broken or not. So now we'll go ahead and try and install the mounting plate. I've put a jack under here since I'm working alone, and hopefully that'll be enough to kind of hold it in place while I get the U-bolt started. Alright, so we've got one side done. We'll go ahead and do the other, and then we will get that positioned and tighten everything down. Alright, so all 4 of our U-bolts are started. So we'll go ahead and get this positioned. Make sure it's not hitting anything, and then there's holes in this bracket that should line up relatively close to the holes for this little deflector here. So I think we're in the right spot. We'll go ahead and start to snug these up. So there's where our deflector is. This mounts to this bracket right here. So we just need to tighten that down, and we'll go ahead and tighten up the other side, and we'll be ready to mount our plow to the quad. So next we're gonna go ahead and mount the plow to the push bars. So we will go ahead and slide this in to the plow. And now there's going to be a bushing that will go into here. Washer and a nut. So we'll kind of try and get this lined up. Alright, so we've got that tightened down. Everything still moves freely. So we'll go ahead and do the other side. And when you do this, you'll notice that the carriage bolt fits right into that square slot right there. It's easiest to put the bolt through first and then put the bushing on. And this concave part goes towards the bolt. So when it's sitting, it should be inboard like that. So we'll go ahead and do the other side and then we'll move on. So next we're gonna go ahead and mount our springs to the plow and the push bars. We've gone ahead and installed one of the nuts on the bolt already. So we'll put the washer on. Then we'll put the eyelet through this hole. Put another washer on. And then we'll just start the nut on the top. We don't want to tighten it down yet because we're gonna need this pretty loose in order to get the spring on. So we'll go ahead and put the spring through the top hole. And then we'll pull the plow back a little. Get it started there. And now we can go ahead and tighten this down. And now we'll just go ahead and repeat the same process for the other side. Next we're going to go ahead and set the blade angle. The kit is going to come with these hex head bolts and a nut. We're just going to go with the default setting, which will be the center. So we're going to need to push the plow. Slide the bolt in. Now as we tighten this down, it'll kick the plow forward. And again, we'll just repeat this on the other side, and then we are good to mount the plow itself to the quad. Pretty much all done. Now all we need to do is mount it to the quad, which will be to the plate we installed earlier. It's going to use a clevis bolt like this on either side. And so we'll go ahead and just lift it up. Got a centering punch here. Try and get my hole line. There we go. Now we'll just stick the pin in the other side and we will be good to go after we hook our winch up.